bring this up here, and we'll get going on the end. Cannabis has been around forever. They say it's a gateway drug, and they're right. It's a gateway to the improvement of other things in the brain, things not discussed, things ridiculed if mentioned. I'm saying it again. I've said it before. I'm saying it a different way, but you need to hear it. You know what the batting averages are of your favorite ball team. You know what the diamond is. You know what the umps are. You know what the dugout is. So those kinds of shows don't have to spend a lot of time explaining things, but these things need explaining. So I'll tell you what else it does is it tunes up your thalamus. Cannabis use, going through the brain all the way through. They were worried about the blood-brain barrier, but you need the oil. The thalamus is a large ovoid mass of gray matter. That's all interesting. These are just chunks of stuff in your head. But what does it do? It relays sensory impulses to the cerebral cortex. And you're not really using it properly, and you don't really know how it works, most people. And not everybody, I'm sure lots of people do, but most people don't realize that this egg-shaped mass of gray matter at the base of the brain relays sensory impulses to the rest of your brain. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that's not important, then I guess you've never turned on a television set and listened to the fear-mongering on a lot of these channels of news 24/7. The cannabis oil also greases up the hypothalamus. It's another chunk of junk in your brain that you need to use, and it regulates bodily temperature, certain metabolic processes, and other autonomic activities. Very much so immune system related. It's a gateway drug to improvement of the hypothalamus, to improvement of the thalamus. And if this is funny to you, why are you listening to this at the gym while you're trying to improve your body? Thanks for downloading the podcast, by the way. It means a lot to me. But it's hard to understand why people are going to ridicule something that also greases up and improves the functioning of your cerebral cortex. It's where you think. It's the layer of brain often referred to as gray matter because nerves in the area lack the insulation that makes the other part of the brains white. It covers a huge portion of the brain of the cerebrum and the cerebellum. All of these different components, if you knew what you were doing in the engine of a car, there's all kinds of different pieces in there. Let's not ignore our brains anymore, because the last thing these folks want that are holding this cannabis access back is for us to understand just exactly how powerful it is. The Rockefellers said they were in control of the oil. They've got a grip on the oil. They make money with the oil. Well, we're not always talking about motor oil. They don't want access to this oil either. The endocannabinoid system is defined as the signaling system. So we were using that in the hypothalamus and the thalamus, remember? The two G protein coupled receptors known as type 1 and type 2, CB1 and 2. And then when you take CBDs in, you plug them in. It's as simple as putting your MacBook electrical cord into the book and the wall. That's how easy it is. They're all connected to the immune system. This is why I am not sick. This is why I would think that if you were in a similar situation to me earlier, you might take a crack at this. Because let's also not leave out the pineal gland.
Hello?